What's up, Rockets fans? Today is a day for absolute vindication. You know those old arguments that seemed endless? Well, the games are over, and the truth has come out in a way nobody expected. I've got a statement here that's going to make a lot of rivals eat their words. But hold your horses, because on top of that bombshell, a new ranking just dropped that proves something scary about our roster, even with all the issues we're facing. Has the world finally woken up? You are not going to believe what we have today. So sit back, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get straight into the news. Let's cut right to the chase. The narrative has shifted forever, and those who insisted on diminishing our big man now have nowhere to hide. Since the 2021 draft, we've heard the same tired old song that the Rockets messed up, that we should have taken Evan Mobley, that defense wins championships, and blah blah blah. Well, the answer came on the court, and it was an absolute massacre. Respected analyst Kevin O'Connor from Yahoo Sports didn't mince words this week and said exactly what we, the attentive fans, already knew. Alperen Sengun is a better player than Evan Mobley. And he went further, saying that this is not even a question, it is not even a debate anymore. But why did he say that with such conviction? Because the numbers and the eye test don't lie. Recently, we faced the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it wasn't just any game. On the other side was Mobley, the 2024-25 Defensive Player of the Year. It was the ultimate test. And what did our Turkish star do? He simply dominated. Sengun finished with 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. But the stat that really humiliates the competition is the head-to-head matchup. When guarded specifically by the league's best defender, Sengun dropped 16 points on 7 of 9 shooting, without committing a single turnover. He made an elite defender look like a child in the paint. O'Connor highlighted that Sengun has taken a dramatic leap in quality, added the 3-ball to his arsenal, and continues to evolve defensively, striding confidently toward an All-NBA selection. It is the definitive validation that Houston made the right call, especially now that the team is built around the duo of Kevin Durant and Sengun. And don't think this was a one-game fluke. Right after that, against the Golden State Warriors, he faced Draymond Green, another defensive monster, and came out on top again, even hitting clutch shots in the dying moments while the defense was double-teaming Reed Shepherd. That shows maturity. It's funny how fate works. Many criticized Jalen Green's inconsistency, and he ended up being the key piece to bring in KD, but the true gem of that draft, the untouchable pillar, was always Sengun. O'Connor nailed it when he called him a no-duh all-star. Seeing the national media, which always ignored us, having to surrender to our center's talent is extremely satisfying. The team has clicked, the paint is ours, and the league hierarchy is being rewritten before our eyes. Having a center who functions as a co-star alongside a legend like Durant changes everything. This team's ceiling has risen drastically because our Turkish Magic Johnson decided he won't be second fiddle to anyone. But hold on, because if you think the recognition stopped at Sengun, you are very mistaken. What happened next shows that this goes way deeper and that the entire league is starting to fear our roster's depth in a way few predicted. And this is where the story gets even more impressive, because if you thought we were a 1 or 2 player team, reality just knocked on the entire league's door. The Ringer just released their new top 100 NBA players list, one of the most respected publications in the game. And guess what? The Houston Rockets landed 4 names on the list. That's right, 4. And 3 of them are in the top 35. This validates what we are seeing on the court. A deep, dangerous, and above all, resilient team. We are sitting on an absurd 12-4 record after 16 games, and that is no accident. It's the result of a roster that has finally clicked. Of course, Kevin Durant shows up at number 11. At 37 years old, he continues to be the gravity that pulls the opposing defense and parts the Red Sea for his teammates. He might be in the final chapter of his career, but the title window in Texas is real. Right behind him, confirming what I said earlier, comes Sengun at number 14. That means we have 2 of the top 15 players in the world wearing red today. But what really caught me by surprise, and shows our true strength, is seeing Amen Thompson at number 34. And here enters the bittersweet and tense point of this news. We know we lost our floor general, Fred VanVleet, with that devastating torn ACL that took him out for the season. Any other team would have crumbled. But us. No. Amen Thompson has stepped up in a scary way. The Ringer called him arguably the most exciting two-way player in the league. Without Van Vliet, Amen is showing he can create his own shot and run the offense, on top of being that defensive monster he always was. Seeing such a young guy taking over for an injured veteran and keeping the team at the top of the West is something you don't see every day. And to round out the quartet, Tari Eason appeared at number 75. Even dealing with that nagging oblique injury and all the drama of the failed contract extension, the guy is a professional. Before getting hurt, he was putting up ridiculous efficiency numbers, flirting with the 50-50-70 shooting splits club. The bottom line is that we have the second best offense in the NBA, with an offensive rating of 122. It seems the team collectively decided, okay, we lost pieces on defense, Tari is banged up, Fred is out, so we're just going to outscore everybody. KD's arrival made life easier for everyone, from Amen to Reed Shepherd, creating an ecosystem where everyone shines. It's a depth that allows us to dream big, even with a crowded medical room. But this identity shift, from a defensive team to a scoring machine, raises a dangerous question that I can't get out of my head, and that might define our destiny in the playoffs. Look, the verdict is in. Sengun already owns the paint, and KD brought elite status to Houston. Having 4 names in the top 100 proves the roster is absurd. But the question hammering in my head is the defense. Without Van Vliet and with this total focus on explosive offense, can we handle the playoffs? Have we turned into a pure shootout squad? Now I want to hear from you. Is this new offensive identity without Fred sustainable, or are we going to miss his defense when it matters most? Sound off in the comments. I want to see the debate. Don't forget to like and subscribe.